Namaste and welcome to the last session of this Success Sutras mini course. It's my humble request, if you have not yet watched all the three previous sessions, please stop this video, go back, watch those three videos and come back later again to watch what lies in the last session. It is very important to go through it sequentially. Just to brief you about what could be the actual end result of whatever we learned in each session. The first session was about developing a growth mindset, and that in itself was the biggest takeaway as well as the end result of the first session. The second session was about unleashing personal development. You see, personal growth or self mastery, whatever you call it, is an art, is a science, is literally the foundation stone to any great achievement in life. And once you are on that trail, you really become unstoppable. In that case, if you have a sharp entrepreneurial mind and the requisite business knowledge as well as expertise in a particular field, the end result could be even something like monetizing a hobby that you have. Yes, there are so many video editors out there who are literally teaching video editing as a skill to so many other people. They started off video editing as a hobby. They learned the minute nuggets of wisdom which can help them excel in their field. They applied some key insights which they either learned through some other course or from their own experience, wove it into a course, and are selling such courses of video editing to multitude of people. So the avenues are endless. The only necessary thing, the only foundation stone is that you should be dedicated and committed to your personal growth. Day third was all about goal setting and micro planning. And the end result, needless to say, is that you are able to create a lasting legacy, a great impact, a significant impact in whatever you are doing. So, all this is fine, Pradyumna. But if that is so, what are the key takeaways from this last session? The last session is called the quantum leap. The quantum leap. And this session will introduce you to certain habits that can allow you do more with less work. Yes, you heard me right. You can do more with less work. You become effective at whatever you do. So how can you take the quantum leap? You see, it all comes down to one thing that I told you right from the first session: build habits. Because man may fail, but systems won't. It is these long term habits which, when practiced diligently over years, or at least for a substantial amount of time, will reap you sweet rewards. At the same time, if you are on the quest of self mastery, if you are dedicatedly walking the path of personal growth, no one can stop you. You become unstoppable in real sense. But what that also implies is that you improve upon whatever your shortcomings are. What that also means is that you become open to feedbacks and you apply a constant improvement strategy in whichever field you are in. Implementation of continuous improvement strategies is a must and a good marker if you are really on the path to personal development. And lastly, it is also very essential and important to develop nurturing accountability networks to thrive well beyond the program as well, well beyond this mini course as well. And how can you do it? Well, you can maybe form a mastermind of your own where just 2 to 3 people are also enough. It is good if you have 5 to 6 or maybe even up to 10 people of like minded nature where the common goal is just personal development. Or you can hire a personal life coach for yourself. If not, you can read self improvement books. So many of them are available in the market. Whatever the path you choose, the important thing is to never let go of the path. The path is important and the goal should be very clear. In this sense, It is just your personal growth. So all this is fine, Pradyum, but if there's only one takeaway that you can tell me for personal growth and development, what is it? I always tell it to my clients and students. Less is long, more is short. What that essentially implies is that let's clear the clutter. It's all about some pertinent things when done repetitively and dedicatedly over a considerable amount of time will yield you results. It's not about doing too many things. It's about doing those few things, those 3, 4, or 5 things diligently over a period of time. The important thing is not to know 100 strategies to succeed, but to master any one of them. That is enough. At this point, since we have done over the past 3 sessions as well, let's discuss another paradox. This one's called the speed paradox. You see, even caterpillars need a cocoon phase to enhance their growth and become beautiful butterflies. We all know the story of Steve Jobs, who founded Apple, was subsequently fired from his own company, went out and developed Next, and subsequently came back again to lead his company Apple, but with renewed sense of vigor, vitality, and vision. So slowing down and becoming intentional can actually open doorways to your transformation. It's not always bad to slow down. Speed is not always good. While slowing down might not always be the most ideal option, it might not even be your obvious choice in many circumstances, but it can actually be the most important time period which will provide you the necessary impetus and push to make it big in life. Remember, I told you about patience the other day? That's what matters. That is the key. So, all said and done, Pradyum, you said you'll tell us something about how to take that quantum leap. Honestly speaking, all that was there in this regard was discussed in the previous 3 sessions as well. I hope and wish you have made use of the supplementary material as well, gone through those videos, and are dedicated to actually conquer your own self, because this is the most important and biggest enemy to defeat in life. You need to get out of your comfort zone. If you practice all that we've discussed in the last 3 sessions, if you've gone through all the supplementary material, there are just 3 mindset shifts that you need to make. These are 3 concepts. You just need to see how you can make use of it in your life. And trust me, you will be ready to take the quantum leap. The first and the most important aspect is that you remember, always remember, that you do not get what you desire, you get what you deserve. And desires become deservingness only through CDSIE. Now, what is CDSIE, Pradyumna? CDSIE, again, it's an acronym that stands for consistent, directed, self motivated, intelligent effort. So the effort needs to be consistent, directed, self motivated, and intelligent. You cannot afford to miss either of these 4 components. You have to turn your desires into deservingness through consistent, directed, self motivated, intelligent efforts. The second aspect is you always remember about taking constructive feedback mechanism into your system. There should be a feedback mechanism based on constructivity, based on the fact that you are actually eyeing for improvement, nothing else. So you need to remember, we've talked about it throughout in these 4 sessions, but just to summarize it for you, you see, what cannot be measured cannot be monitored. What cannot be monitored cannot be controlled. What cannot be controlled can never be directed, and what cannot be directed can never become sustainable progress. Remember that. From personal fitness to creating world class organizations, this is the essence of management. And before we move on to the third concept, the last session and the last set of supplementary material, I'm sharing with you three key life coaching videos which you can take the help of to enhance and evaluate your own self, where you stand in life currently. It is like a self assessment and self reflection tool. Please make use of these three videos to see where you actually stand in life. Self reflection and self introspection are critical elements of the feedback mechanism we talked about. And lastly, the third concept, it's not a concept, basically, it's like summarizing the entire 4 sessions of this Success Sutras mini course. What is it, Pradyumna? Tell me. Number one, find your passion and live by purpose. Number two, drop your limits and rise to your potential. Get out of your comfort zone. Number three, live with a sense of passion, purpose, and productivity. Live with new strength and tenacity each day. Number four, make growth a habit. Step into your greatness. Number five, live a life of holistic abundance. Today is the day. Now is the time. Unlock the freedom to do what you want to. Unlock the freedom to live your dream life. Give yourself the permission. Give yourself the rest. Pause and recalibrate. But never stop taking the next jump. Who knows? The next one might be your quantum leap. Because after all, life is not between this or that. Life is a composite of this and that. Signing off for this particular mini course, I just have one request. Do something that doesn't let you wait for Sundays. Make life interesting, make life adventurous, lead a life of holistic abundance. Let's make it happen for ourselves.